John Carpenter's The Thing is a horror masterpiece that has left audiences in a state of paranoia for over 4 decades. Set in the icy isolation of Antarctica, the film tells the story of a research team that encounters a shape-shifting alien capable of imitating any living organism. What follows is a harrowing tale of mistrust, survival, and grotesque body horror as the team is picked off one by one. The movie's chilling climax leaves us with MacReady and Childs sitting among the smoldering ruins of Outpost 31, sharing a bottle of whiskey while the Antarctic cold threatens to claim them both. Are they both human? Is one of them infected? Are neither of them infected? These lingering questions have fueled endless fan debates and theories. Was the alien destroyed for good, or is it simply waiting to be discovered again? And what about that final scene? Was the shared whiskey bottle a test? And did Childs fail it? This unresolved ambiguity is part of what makes The Thing so enduring. It's a story that asks us not just who can you trust, but can you truly ever know? And that's where The Thing from Another World, a 2-issue comic book sequel, steps in. Picking up the narrative threads left dangling in the film, it dives straight back into the icy paranoia of Carpenter's universe. But does it answer our burning questions? Does it expand on the story while maintaining the tension and dread that made the film a classic? And most importantly, does it deliver the same mix of terror and intrigue that kept us on the edge of our seats in 1982? Let's delve into the continuation of The Thing and explore how it deepens the mystery, intensifies the horror, and provides some answers while raising even more questions. The comic opens with a haunting scene. A man dragging another through the icy expanse before leaving him behind. As the first man regains consciousness, blood streaking his face, a blinding light pierces the darkness. A Japanese whaling ship breaks through the ice, rescuing him and introducing readers to the next chapter of R.J. MacReady's journey. This opening is visually striking, with artist John Higgins capturing the desolation of the snowfields through a monochromatic palette of blues, evoking isolation and loneliness. The stark emptiness of the environment contrasts sharply with the warmth of the ship's interior, brought to life by Higgins' skillful use of warmer colors and subtle greens. On board in the ship's infirmary, a doctor notes that this man has no frostbite, an anomaly in such extreme conditions. When the man regains consciousness, he identifies himself as R.J. MacReady, the sole survivor of Outpost 31. Higgins' renderings of MacReady blend grit and determination with subtle hints of exhaustion, and MacReady's panic and paranoia erupts as he demands to know about his companion, Childs, and declares everyone else is dead. His outburst feels claustrophobic within the tight infirmary space, a feeling amplified by Higgins' use of shadow and muted lighting to highlight the tension. The doctor sedates him, dismissing his claims as a natural reaction to prolonged exposure to the brutal Antarctic elements. When MacReady awakens, restrained and alone, he immediately seeks escape. Freeing himself with a scalpel, he performs a self-administered blood test, reminiscent of the movie, using a heated wire to test his own blood. This scene is laden with suspense, the eerie light and shadows echoing the original film's iconic testing sequence. To MacReady's relief, the blood doesn't react to the heat, confirming he's uninfected. Higgins' impressionistic character work adds to the tension here, capturing MacReady's visible relief as well as his deep-seated paranoia. Exploring the ship, MacReady discovers a helicopter on the back deck. Though rusty in his piloting skills, he manages to take off, following tracks in the snow back to where he was rescued. The cinematic nature of this scene is a standout, with dynamic wide shots of the helicopter cutting across the snowy wasteland, juxtaposed with close-ups of MacReady's resolute expression. This sequence mirrors the film's iconic dog chase, but this time MacReady is the hunter, a thematic reversal captured beautifully in both pacing and visuals. Running out of fuel, MacReady crash lands near the ruins of Outpost 31, where Higgins' art takes a haunting turn. The smoldering remnants of the base are depicted in muted, ashy tones that convey both physical and emotional devastation. Amid the wreckage, MacReady finds Null's charred remains and recalls Dr. Fuchs' warning that frozen bodies can harbor the alien, waiting to be thawed. Higgins heightens the eerie atmosphere with stark shadows and striking contrast between firelight and darkness. Taking no chances, MacReady douses the ruins and corpses with gasoline, setting them ablaze. The flames' vibrant oranges and reds clash with the icy blues of the snow, creating a visually arresting and thematically chilling moment. Descending into the bunker near the base, MacReady confronts the alien in its grotesque frozen form, an amalgamation of flesh, teeth, and tentacles. Higgins' alien designs here are grotesque masterpieces, with the creature rendered in sickening detail. Tentacles, viscera, and the horrifying fusion of human and alien anatomy are displayed with a grossness that demands attention, perfectly at home in the barren snowfields. MacReady ignites an entire barrel of gasoline to obliterate the creature, a fiery explosion punctuating the moment in a dramatic splash of light and shadow. But then the tension rises when MacReady discovers another frozen alien, but finds his flamethrower is out of fuel. Scavenging for supplies, he prepares to burn the second alien, only for a sniper's shot to extinguish his flare. He's surrounded by a military team, their skeptical expressions illuminated by muted greens and grays. MacReady attempts to warn them about the alien menace, but they dismiss his claims, believing him totally delusional. Then chaos erupts when a soldier mutates after touching a frozen alien body. Higgins' depiction of the mutation is a visceral highlight, with blood and gore exploding in stark contrast to the surrounding snow. The ensuing battle is frenetic, with close-up reaction shots interspersed with wide shots capturing the scale and desperation of the confrontation. MacReady and the commander manage to kill the creature, but not before it births another alien, its head splitting open into writhing tentacles. The grotesque detail and dynamic framing here evoke the cinematic intensity of the original film. And then MacReady burns this new alien with a flare, his resourcefulness and determination again taking center stage. Stranded and without communication or fuel, the survivors face a dire situation. The commander insists on heading to a nearby base, dragging the wounded through the snow. When a soldier dies along the way, tensions escalate, culminating in a physical confrontation between the commander and MacReady. And just as MacReady gains the upper hand, a vehicle approaches. Spanish-speaking men arrive, their shadows stretching across the snow, adding to the suspense. And then one man speaks English, lowering his hood to reveal the story's shocking twist. It's Childs. The comic ends on a tantalizing cliffhanger, leaving readers questioning who can be trusted and whether the nightmare will truly ever end. Farr's writing here deftly captures the tone and the themes from The Thing, balancing action, paranoia, and homage to the original film. Higgins' art elevates the narrative, with painterly visuals that enrich every scene. So based on the events of this comic, it's clear that neither MacReady nor Childs is infected. MacReady's self-administered blood test, a direct nod to the original film, confirms his blood is untainted, proving he's not carrying the alien infection. Meanwhile, Childs' eventual appearance as a part of the Argentinian base crew suggests he has maintained his humanity as well. If Childs were infected, his actions would likely reflect the alien's typical pattern of sabotage and assimilation, yet he operates as a seemingly normal individual. This revelation effectively resolves one of the franchise's most debated questions, and reaffirms the dire stakes of ensuring the infection remains contained in Antarctica. From the chilling isolation of the snowfields to the grotesque beauty of the alien designs, every panel feels cinematic and purposeful. The contrast between blood-soaked gore and stark white snow creates a jarring, unforgettable aesthetic. while the interplay of warm and cool colors enhances the emotional and thematic depth. This comic not only continues the story of The Thing, but solidifies its legacy as a visually and narratively compelling piece of horror storytelling. If you enjoyed this review and want to join us for more deep dives into the world of comics, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Drops. Don't forget to leave a comment below either. What are your thoughts on The Thing and its chilling comic book sequel so far? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll take a look at issue number 2 of The Thing from Another World from Dark Horse Comics.